guys, so I'm here for part 2. Is my camera okay? Am I too low? Nelly, am I too low? I feel like this is better. So I am here in my cozy jumper for part 2 of my baby names video. Obviously I'm not pregnant. If you're new to my channel, you might not know that. Yeah, I'm not pregnant. I'm not having a baby anytime soon, I don't think, unless the universe wants to bless me with one. But I've always been that girl who has a list of baby names. That's just what I've always done. Always had one on my phone. So even though I don't have any children and I'm not pregnant, I still feel like this is a perfect video for me to do. Maybe it can inspire some of you guys who are pregnant, in which case congratulations, and you're struggling to think of a name for a baby. I do like quite unique names, but in this one I've got like a mixture of unique and more, I'm not going to say normal because every name is normal, but normal, you know what I mean. So I'm going to start off with girls' names because I have so many more girls' names, just want a drink. And the first name that I love is Monica. I had a doll when I was younger that my granddad bought me. I think he bought me it from Germany, but I can't be certain on that. He bought me a doll anyway, and we called it Monica, and I always thought it would be really cute to call a child Monica or have Monica somewhere in the name, like the middle name or something, to kind of remember my granddad by. I was super close to my grandparents, and neither of them on my mum's side are here anymore, and they're the ones that I was super duper close to, so I would like to have something in one of my children's names that kind of goes along with them. I might use Monica as a middle name, but it's quite a hard middle name, like it doesn't really go with much, but I definitely wouldn't use it as a first name, so that is why, but I do think it's such a cute name. The second one is quite like a normal name too, and it is Isabella. The reason why I wouldn't use this is because I'm not that big of a fan of Izzy. Obviously, if you guys have got any of these names, please don't take offense, it's just personal preference. If I called a child like Isabella, I would want them to be called Isabella, otherwise I would have just called them Izzy, do you know what I mean? So I think if they went to school, kids would shorten it and then they would just be known as Izzy, and I really like Isabella, so that is why I wouldn't use that one. And it sounds very similar to Gabriella, which is my name. My third girl's name is very Gossip Girl inspired, and it is Blair. I love this name. I actually do really like it for a guy as well, like a guy called Blair would be really cool. However, the thing that puts me off it is it just kind of sounds like Blair. But I do really like the name, so I'm definitely torn on this one. I wouldn't use it, but I do really, really love it. Maybe I would call like a hamster Blair. My fourth name suits my aesthetic so well, and it is Autumn. I think this is the prettiest name. I've never met anybody called Autumn, but if I did, I would be like, wow, that is so cool. I just imagine a little girl called Autumn with like gingery Albany hair and really pale skin and freckles. It would be the cutest thing ever. I wouldn't use this name because another name that I like is very month oriented, and that is in my top 3. And obviously I'm not mentioning my top 3 names in this video, just because if I ever do have children, then it'll be like a nice surprise. But yeah, my top 3 are pretty much sorted, and I have one name that I'm obsessed with that is very like month seasony, so I don't think I could use Autumn as well, but I do think it's so nice. My fifth name is Nova. As you'll know if you watched my last video, I just love 4-letter names. I love that you can't really shorten them. I just think they're so pretty, and Nova is gorgeous. I think I would potentially use Nova as a middle name, but as a first name, I don't really think it goes with the top 3 favourite names that I have, so that's why I wouldn't use it, but I do honestly think it's gorgeous. Like, if you're having a little girl, please call her Nova because it's so cute. My sixth name I'm obsessed with because of a YouTuber, and it is Griffin. I've never heard this name on anybody until I started watching Griffin on Lund, who is an American YouTuber. I think I've pronounced her name right there. And at the start of every video she goes, "Hey guys, I'm Griffin," and it's so cool. I just love the name. I think it's awesome. I think it'd be cool if you're very into like Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings. I think it kind of like goes along with that theme. Just Griffin sounds really cool, like magical, mysterious. But I wouldn't use it because I do think it sounds better in an American accent than an English one. Yeah. My 7th girl's name is Claudia. I love the name Claudia, I always have. ever since I heard of Claudia Winkleman, who now presents Strictly Come Dancing, but she used to present something else, I don't remember what it was. I just fell in love with this name, I think it's gorgeous, and there's a YouTuber called Claudia Salewski, which I think is amazing, and the only reason I wouldn't use this name is because I don't have a good sounding surname to go along with it, like Claudia Lindley would just be a bit bleh, whereas like Claudia Salewski or Claudia Winkleman, it just sounds so cool. The next name I've always loved since the S Club Junior days, and it's Daisy. I think Daisy is such a pretty name. I wouldn't use it because it's too like normal for me, even though I never hear of many Daisies at all. I think the only Daisy that I know of is Naomi Smart's sister, Daisy May. But yeah, Daisy is such a gorgeous name. So I've got 3 more girls' names, and the first one is Bonnie. I'm a massive Vampire Diaries fan. I've got a little kitten called Jeremy Gilbert. I do call him Bean or Jelly Bean for short, but his actual official name is Jeremy Gilbert, just because I love the Vampire Diaries so much. And I just think Bonnie is the cutest name. I would just imagine like just the cutest personality to be called Bonnie. And I think it works through the ages as well. It's so cute on a little girl, but then when you get older, I think it's really cool as well. So yeah, I think Bonnie is just a really cool name. I don't have a reason why I wouldn't use it. I just prefer my top 3 more than it, but I do think it's really cool. Okay, so my last 2 are very Germany and Austria inspired, and the first one is Vienna. I think this is an amazing name. I think I would potentially use this name. It's not in my top 3 right now, but I think as I get older and like closer to having children, because I definitely don't want any right now, I think it could potentially slip into my top 3. I think it's such a gorgeous name. I have a massive love for Germany and Austria. I feel like I should have been born there. And I just relate it to my nan and granddad because they used to go all the time, and my granddad wanted to take me and my brother to Germany, but he never got a chance. And obviously Vienna is in Austria, and I love Austria so much. I love Salzburg, that's where I've been, but I think I'm going to Vienna this year, hopefully, which will be so exciting. But yeah, Vienna as a name, I love it. I love that you can't really shorten it, but if you do, it's like V, which is also cool. The more I say it, the more I really like it. And the last girl's name that I've got today is LIESL. This is obviously from The Sound of Music. I used to watch The Sound of Music with my nana. I just have a massive love for Julie Andrews because of The Sound of Music, and I just feel a massive bond towards my nan through that movie, and I've always loved the name LIESL. I think it's so pretty, and I've never heard of a LIESL in England. Obviously there will be some, but like I've never personally met any, so I think it's still quite an original name, and I just think it's so cool. I would potentially use that as a middle name. And now we're moving on to boys' names. As I said, I've only got 4, so let's get cracking. The first one is Teddy. I was gonna call my cat Teddy. His name is Nelly. His proper full name is Penelope, but now I call him Nelson. Yeah, but I was gonna call him Teddy, but my mum didn't want me to because she had a little dog called Edward, and she used to call him Teddy Edward, so I couldn't call Nell Bob's Teddy, but that was gonna be his name. And I do think it's such a cute name for a little boy. The only reason why I wouldn't use it is because as they got older, I feel like they'd shorten it to Ted, which I'm not that big of a fan of, but I do really think Teddy is cute. My next one is Sky. I think this is a gorgeous girl's name, but I do think it's extra cool on a guy. Like if a guy introduced himself to me as Sky, I'd be like, wow, that is sick. I wouldn't use this because there are 2 boys' names in my top 2 that I love more, but I do think it's an awesome boy's name, like so cool. Another name that I really like is Hudson. The only reason why I wouldn't use this is because it sounds quite American, and all of my top names are very like English or European sounding, and I wouldn't want to throw like just a random Americanish name in there. I don't think it would go very well, but I do think it's a sick name, and I love that you can just shorten it to like Hood. That is cool. Hood. And my last boy's name that I love but I wouldn't use, again, it sounds too non-European for my liking, but I do love this name, and it's BOHDI. I love how it's spelt as well, BOHDI. I think that is so cool. I've heard this name before, but I think I've heard it on a girl, not on a guy, but I think on a guy it would be really cool. Again, I wouldn't use it because it doesn't sound very British or European, but I do really love the name. So that is the end of my part 2 of baby names that I love but won't be using. I don't think I'll be doing a part 3. I feel like 2 is enough, being as I'm not actually pregnant and I don't have any children of my own. These videos have been so fun to make, and I've always just wanted somewhere where I can chat chat about baby names. I think they're so cute. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and let me know a couple of your favourite names in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more videos from me, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!